There are four key ways on getting more done. Just by getting rid of distractions, setting boundaries so you have the time that you need to yourself, you can become way more productive and save a ton of time, energy, and money. Life gets easier and you have more time for doing the things that you really want to do. Now, if you want to optimize your life without wasting time, grab your free life map below where I'll help you design, build, and live your dream life. When I started my personal training business, I did all the jobs from marketing to sales to enrolling people, running the training programs, retention, everything. I had a huge amount of stuff on my plate and I had to get it all done. If a lead came through via the phone or email, I would drop whatever I was doing and I would take the call, or I would email them back straight away because I didn't want to miss out on anything. And I was often not in the headspace to be able to do that. You know, I might make a phone call when I'm in the middle of writing mode and my mind is geared towards writing, and now I'm trying to make a phone call and I'm umming and ahhing because I'm just not in the right mindset for it, not the right state. Then I would try and go back to my writing and I'm not in this right mindset for writing anymore. I'm in phone call state, and the hard part is it takes a long time to get back to that. In fact, recent studies have said it'll take 10 to 15 minutes to refocus on a new job based on switching from one task to the next task, which that means you're wasting a whole lot of time. Now, during this time, my business coach, he challenged me to a different way. Pat Rigsby is a guy that I've worked with for many, many years. He's a incredible fitness business coach, and I'm sure he coaches other businesses on a high level because he's very good at breaking down how things work. He had this other way, focused work. This guy was so focused that he would write an email every single day, no matter what, every single day of the year. He would put the time aside and he would just do the one thing. And he challenged me to do just the one thing rather than being all over the place. So instead of jumping from one job to the next, whenever the phone rang or an email came through or whatever, no, I changed how I did everything. I had time for when I was writing my content for my audience. So I was going to send an email out to be able to inform them of something. I would have an hour or two blocked aside for just that one thing, and I would have my phone off and notifications off, just doing that one thing. Then I would set aside time for when I did my phone calls. That was generally at lunchtime between 12 and 12:30, or in the afternoon between 4 and 4:30, and that was it. I had this time where I would focus on just doing the one thing, and all of my mind just needed to focus on this one thing. Guess what? It led me to a point of higher productivity. My sales calls were better. My writing was better. I felt more relaxed when I was doing these things, and overall the stress started to dissipate because I wasn't all over the place. I didn't have that anxiety, that anxious energy of, I've got to do this, 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 and I'm jumping around between things. So I was just in the one space to do the one thing, and since that day, I have employed that strategy, and it is far, far better than trying to do multiple things all of the time. In fact, right now, I'm recording a bunch of videos in bulk so that I have everything done. I'm in the right mindset for it. I have everything set up, and I'm just doing this one thing. And you know what? I'm in a better flow today doing my videos today than I've been in a very long time. It's all working. It's all clicking. I'm focused and I like it. I like the flow. It makes things a whole lot easier, and it will for you too. So if you want to, you can try these four things to get yourself into that higher focused work period where you can get more done at a higher level. So firstly, make sure you turn off all your notifications on your phone and on your laptop. Put your phone on silent, put it aside, put it face down so that you can't see it. If it's buzzing or whatever, maybe you need to turn the buzzing part off, or you need to just hide it or put it in a different room. Whatever it takes, get it out of the way so that it isn't bothering you. If need be, you can put your phone on flight mode. flight mode will stop all of it coming. That way you're not going to get any phone calls coming through, let alone any texts or emails or any other dings and beeps from one of the other numerous apps that you might have that are trying to take your attention away from you. You don't need the distraction, so take the distraction away so it doesn't take any of your energy. Same with your laptop. You don't need constant notifications that you've got a new email come through. As I said to you, I'll do all my phone calls, all my emails at the same time, 12 till 12:30, 4 till 4:30. That meant that was all I was doing during that time. I didn't need notifications because I wasn't checking emails until it was time for me to check emails. You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to set your life up and your business up to be able to work however you want it to work. And that is perfectly fine. Okay? Next, work in an area where everybody knows that you are busy and not to be disturbed. Tell them, put signs up if you have to, close doors, whatever it takes. Just make sure that they know that this is you and your time to get something done. I don't want any distractions, no matter what. Again, it's you living your life. Do it the way that you want to do it so that you can focus on what you're doing and get the most out of it. Number 3, if someone does disturb you, tell them you're busy and you can be available at a specific time, and then tell them to go away. It's going to be a bit hard if it's a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, but sometimes you need to be able to lay down the law and get your partner involved so you have your own time to get something done. Because let's say that you want to write a book and you have to look after kids at the same time, and there's all sorts of things going on through your day. People are knocking at your door, people are trying to disturb you. It can be very difficult to get anything done, and even more difficult to get into the right flow. When you're in flow, things are easier. What if you were to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and nobody else knew that you were awake, and you had this room to yourself, quiet, it's just you locked in doing this one thing? Great, you can sit there undisturbed and get that thing done. And you're probably going to get a whole lot of focused work done in that time. But who wants to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning? I certainly don't. It's happened at times, but that's not something that I want to do. But that just shows you that when nobody else is up, you don't have your distractions in there. How can you set up your environment that you don't have those distractions? How can you set that up so that they're not going to come and disturb you? Can you make it known? So let's say you do have a 2 or a 3-year-old. It's like, I need this 1 hour here so I can do this thing. No matter what, that needs to be your responsibility so that I can just do this. Tell everyone, this is what I'm doing. Nope, sorry. Kid runs into the room to disturb you during your specific time when you've told everyone you don't want to be disturbed. Pick him up, take him back. Hey, here, this is yours. Leave me alone. I'm going back to my thing. If you don't have boundaries and you don't enforce those boundaries, it makes it really difficult for you to be able to actually get that focused work done and do what you want to get done. You're not going to get that time back. All right, so make sure you have these boundaries in place and you enforce them so you get done what you need to get done. Number 4, choose your priority and do that first thing. Set a time on your schedule and stick to it. Now, I like to work first thing in the morning. That's just how I go. Generally, when I live my life, I will be waking up and doing my meditation straight away. I might do some health stuff after that, and then generally I'm going to get into my focused work. On other days, I might just do my meditation and go straight into work, or I might wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning and just be wide awake and can't get back to sleep. And maybe I'm in that fresh state where I'm ready to go. Sometimes I'll get up and I'll just work from there. But I know that I've got that specific time, and it's just like, great, I've got this window, let me go for it right now. Schedule it in somewhere. Schedule it in for a particular time of the day, and then stick to it no matter what. I know last week I had a day scheduled for doing videos, and I woke up and I was not feeling very good. So I started doing my videos, and they sucked. And you're probably going to see some of them on my channel. And that's fine. I've got the habit. I'm going to try and do that no matter what. Now today I'm far better than I was the other day. Maybe I needed to change some things in the rest of my life so that I wasn't so burnt out, so that I might sleep better, so that I might wake up in a better way in order to be able to do that next time. I don't know, but regardless, I know that I had this particular thing to do and I put it into my time and I've stuck with it and I've gone with it. Is it perfect? No. But that was the time that I had allocated for it. That's the time that I'm going to put into it and I'm going to stick to it. And if you were to do the same thing, that means you're going to get stuff done. Productivity is important. That same business coach, he had another saying, you get paid for done. It's really easy to be a perfectionist and keep working on something forever and ever and ever and never get it out. Never send out that thing. Never release whatever it is that you've been working on because it's not perfect. Well, you don't get paid if it's still not done. Release it now. Improve it over time if that's what it takes. Doesn't really matter about getting it right now. Just make that time and stick to it. So if you can set a time and stick to doing that focus work with no interruptions, you're going to get way more done at a far better quality than you would if you were jumping from task to task or having distractions coming in there. It's going to save you a lot of time because of that lag that I mentioned before, that 10 to 15 minutes from one task to the next. And it's actually going to save you a whole lot of energy and money because time is money. And you don't want to be wasting your energy jumping around from time to time. And frankly, if you don't have that lag time, then that's money. That's time that you get to save for the end of the day. Maybe that's an hour earlier that you could finish your work. This is something that I talk about in my Work 10 Less Hours a Week program. It's really simple. It just takes a lot of discipline. So be firm with the boundaries that you have. You've only got so much time in order to be able to get this thing done. So enforce those boundaries really strongly, and then you're going to be able to get done what you need to get done at a really high quality. Now, if you need help with boundaries or setting your lifestyle up to it to be the best it can possibly be for you and your needs, you can join my free Life Map program below, where I'll coach you for 28 days on how to design, build, and live a life that you are ready to jump out of bed for. I will see you on the inside.